A day in the life when I'm on summer holidays, day 61. So, this morning for breakfast, it is the last of the crumpets before returning to cereal tomorrow. And then with that, I had the summer fruits juice. So yes, that was lovely. Yes. And then after that, of course, I tidied up the bed. It is a vibrant colour once again. And yes, it is perfect. And then at 12 o'clock, I had an apple, 2 biscuits, roast chicken crisps, and chicken noodles. Cool. And then after that, I had a cup of orange juice. Lovely. And then at 12:15, I went out to volunteer in a charity shop. Haven't been in 2 weeks because last week I was looking after my brother. So yeah, I went there from 1 to 3. And then at 3 o'clock, I got the bus and the tram back home. And then at 10 to 4, I had a sausage roll, 2 mini savoury eggs, 4 cocktail sausages, and a mini pork pie. And then after that, I put the bedding away. And yes, I washed the bedding this morning too, and dried it as well. And then at 6 o'clock, I had fish and chips with tomato ketchup on the side. Pretty decent. And then with that dinner, I had a Pepsi Max. It is only to be sold as part of a multi-pack. Yes. And then at 7 o'clock, I had an ice cream. And that's it for today's day in the life. Here are my steps for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 62. A day in the life when I'm on summer holidays, day 62. So this morning for breakfast, I am back on cereal. So it is Choco Nut Pillows. And then with that, I had a nice cup of apple and blackcurrant juice. Yes. And then after that, made the bed. Obviously. Of course I made the bed. And then after that, I put on the clothes in the washing machine. And yes, and then at 10 o'clock, I went for a lovely, jubbly daily walk. So, today I walked an hour and 30 minutes, well, close to that. And then at 12 o'clock, I had a ham sandwich, 2 biscuits, an apple, and cheese and onion crisps. They're not salt and vinegar because Golden Wonders like to make their crisp packaging different colours, getting us confused, or trying out their own unique way. Anyways, I had apple and blackcurrant juice after that, and then at 3 o'clock I had a sausage roll, 4 cocktail sausages, 2 mini Scotch eggs, and a mini pork pie. And then at 6:10 I had a steak pie, mash, and loads of gravy, with a can of Tango strawberry smash. And then at 7 o'clock I had a strawberry yogurt, just essentials one. And that's it for today's day in the life. Here are my steps for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 63. Sorry guys, we are nearing the end. A day in the life when I'm on summer holidays, day 63. So, this morning for breakfast, I had the last of the Choco Nut Pillows. So yeah, that was nice. And then also I had some orange juice as well, because we don't have any apple, blackcurrant or summer fruits. There might be some more on Tuesday, who knows. And then after that, of course, made the bed. And then at 12 o'clock I had a ham sandwich, 2 biscuits, some salt and vinegar crisps, and a big shiny apple with a nice cup of orange juice once again. And then at 3 o'clock I had a sausage roll, 3 cocktail sausages, I ate one before I filmed, 2 mini savoury eggs and a mini pork pie. And then at 3:30 I had a milkshake. And then at 6:15 I had roast pork, Yorkshire puddings, stuffing, peas and potatoes with gravy, with a 7-Up. So yeah, that was dinner sorted. And then after that I ran the bath, for me and my brother. And yes, I did say brother, not brothers. And then after that, I had an ice cream. Something small, so I say myself, and that's it for today's day in the life. Here are my steps for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 64, also a bank holiday Monday. A day in the life when I'm on summer holidays, day 64. So, this morning for breakfast, today I had a nice bowl of shreddies. And then alongside the shreddies, I had a nice cup of orange juice. Yes. And then after that, I made the bed, because every single day you got to tidy the bed, haven't you? And then at 11:30 I had a chocolate milkshake. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And then at 12 o'clock I had a ham sandwich, 2 biscuits, and prawn cocktail crisps. And then with that, it is another cup of orange juice, because that's the only juice we have in the house. And then at 3 o'clock I had a sausage roll, a mini pork pie, 2 mini savoury eggs, and 4 cocktail sausages. So yeah, that was lovely. And then after that I did a few games, like this one for example, took me 3 tries. It is called the Burger Fun Challenge. And then at 6 o'clock I had a chicken curry with a naan and 2 1/3 of a poppadom. So 2 whole poppadoms and 1/3 of a poppadom. Alongside that I had a 7-Up zero sugar. And then after that I did some nice fandom work. So yeah, there we go. And then at 7 o'clock I had a bubblegum ice lolly, which I haven't had for a while. So yeah. Here are my steps for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 65. A day in the life when I'm on summer holidays, day 65. So this morning for breakfast, I had a nice bowl of shreddies. And then after that, I had a nice cup of orange juice. Nice. And then after that, obviously, I did make the bed. Yeah, it was... Yeah, how interesting is that? And then at 7:45, the Asda delivery came, and I put it away. Well, of course, my brother helped as well. And then at 11 o'clock, I had a shower, because we were going out somewhere to have fun. But first, 12 o'clock, I had a ham sandwich, 2 biscuits, an apple, and prawn cocktail crisps with, you guessed it, orange juice. We didn't get any blackcurrant this week, so we have to make do with orange. But that's alright, we got a lot of orange. And then at 12:30, we set off the house to go to the fun fair. It was a local fun fair in the area, so we decided to go to it. So I did 4 rides, nearly thrown up on one of them, but the personal favourite, the bumper cards. And my brother was there recording us. What is that face? Anyways, I left the fun fair at 4:45, got a drink from the corner shop, and then got a chippy on the way home. But first, here's me on the bus. So yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Anyway, 6 o'clock, let's see what I have from chippy. A cheeseburger and chips. I don't remember the last time having a burger from my local chippy, but today it is a burger. And then with that, I had a 7-Up pink lemonade, never knew that existed. Had a ice lolly for pudding, and that's it for today's Day in the Life. Yeah, here are my steps for today. See you tomorrow for day 66. When is a day in the life when I'm on summer holidays, day 66. Anyway, woke up and it is the return of, you guessed it, crumpets. Yeah. But I don't mind it. And then with that, I had the orange juice. Yes, guys, it is the orange juice. And then after that, I made the bed, because that is the daily routine of making bed. And then at 12 o'clock I had a ham sandwich, 2 biscuits, an apple, and cheese and onion crisps. With that, it is another cup of orange juice, so that's fascinating. And then at 1:45, I went to Lidl with my brothers. It wasn't a big shop, but we just got a few bits. Yeah. And here I am outside Lidl. So we just got like bath soak, strawberries, some lemon cheesecake for pudding later. And then at 3 o'clock I had a sausage roll, 2 mini savoury eggs, 4 cocktail sausages and a mini pork pie. Nice. And then at 6:20 I had paella. How do you pronounce it? Do you pronounce it paella or paella? Let me know down below. Also had a Coca-Cola, but I did not film that. And then at 7 o'clock I had the lemon cheesecake. Luckily they serve 3 in the pack. Wow. My steps for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 67. And no, there'll be no mango or mustard. A day in the life when I'm on some holidays, day 67. I know, don't start with the 6-7 jokes, I do not understand them. Also get ready for an extended version. So, this morning for breakfast, I had 2 crumpets with butter. And then after that, yes, it is the orange juice. Lovely jubbly. And then after that, I changed the bedding, so now I got a lie in again. I put the bedding on to wash whilst we are out. Yes, you heard me, we're going out today. So today, we went to Brighton Pier. So we went to the arcade, and then we also gone to the amusement park, which we very much enjoyed. So here are some pictures on the way to the pier. Here I am at the arcade. The only thing I got was a keyring, but I don't mind that. And then at 12 o'clock, it is on the screen, because I don't want to be taking 6 photos of just my lunch, basically. Also, I had a Tango strawberry smash. And yes, here's proof I went to Brighton Pier. So yeah, that was fun. And as shown, I did go on the water ride. Got very wet, because I was at the front. Of course, we went back there the second time. Then we left, got some souvenirs, which I will show in a minute. Went to an anime shop nearby. And we went to Harry Ramsden's, the first time in 7 years. So here's a regular Coke Zero with ice. And then here's the main meal. We've got a battered sausage and chips with peas, with a side of tomato ketchup. And yes, here's what I got from the souvenir. 4 coasters and a stress ball. Nice. And then at 6 o'clock, we went out the restaurant, and my dad had to walk to his car. And then he had to drive all the way round to pick us up. We were tired from walking. And then, yes, in the car, I had a Coke Zero. And here is what my brother got from the souvenir. Cat named it Stephen the Seagull. And yes, I should have mentioned this, Dad and Cat were with us too. They drove us here. Well, Dad drove us there. And then when we got home at 7:15, I had a bubblegum ice lolly. And then at 7:30, I put the bedding away. And that's it for today's day in the life. Here are my steps for today. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 68. I don't understand what 6-7 actually means. A day in the life when I'm on summer holidays, day 68. So this morning, for breakfast, I had the last of the crumpets. Nice. They'll probably return next week anyway. And then with that, I had a glass of milk because the milk needed using. So I decided to use my new coaster from Brighton yesterday. And then after that, I made the bed. Obviously. Yeah. And then at 12 o'clock, I had chicken noodles with cheese and onion crisps, 2 biscuits, and a banana. With that, I had some orange juice. So this is Robinson's orange juice, this. And then at 10 past 12, I walked to the bus stop to start volunteering at a charity shop. Whilst my brothers were with me. Well, they went somewhere else, but they popped in a little bit later. And then at 3 o'clock, me and my brothers went back all together, back home. And before we went back home, we went through some charity shops. And then at 4 o'clock, I had a sausage roll, 4 cocktail sausages, 2 mini savoury eggs, and a mini pork pie. And then at 6 o'clock I had fajitas, chips and onion rings. 4 of them. With that I had a Coca-Cola, 0 sugar. And then for pudding today, it was a low-fat yogurt, strawberry. That's it for today's day in life. And here are my steps for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 69. Good news guys, less than 10 more days left. A day in the life when I'm on summer holidays, day 69. So this morning I woke up, and this morning for breakfast, we had choco pillows, which was nice. Anyways, after that I had some orange juice. But today will be the last day ever drinking orange juice. As from tomorrow I will be drinking water and coffee. Anyways, after that I made the bed. So that's awesome. And then at 10 o'clock I went for a daily walk. Anyways, I walked an hour and 25 minutes today. And then at 12 o'clock I had a prawn cocktail, flavoured crisps, an apple, 2 biscuits and a ham sandwich. And yes, I did promise stop drinking orange juice, but I didn't make it. I promise guys, this is the last one. I'm not going to be stopping drinking it forever, just for a while. And then at 3 o'clock I had a sausage roll, 4 cocktail sausages, a mini pork pie and 2 mini savoury eggs. And then at 6 o'clock I had a beef burger, chips and onion rings with a Coca-Cola, 0 sugar. And then for pudding, 7 o'clock, it is yogurt. In addition, I will also be avoiding sweets too, for a while. Here are my steps for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 70. A day in the life when I'm on summer holidays, day 70. So this morning for breakfast, I had a nice bowl of malted Wheaties, also known as Shreddies. And then for the drink, no, it's not orange juice. I'll avoid the orange juice for a little bit. But today we got a coffee. And every morning I'll have a nice coffee to start my day well. And then after that, I made the bed, obviously. And then at 12 o'clock I had a ham sandwich, 2 biscuits, an apple and cheese and onion crisps. Also, I experienced this whilst getting the biscuits out. I never saw anything like this before, so weird. And then after that, for my drink, I had a water. So this is Elmhurst Spring, still natural mineral water by Asda. And then at 3 o'clock, I had a sausage roll, a mini pork pie, 4 cocktail sausages and 2 mini savoury eggs. And then at 5 o'clock, I had roast chicken, roast potatoes, stuffing, Yorkshire puddings and peas with gravy. Alongside that, I had a Pepsi Max, not to be sold as part of a multi-pack. And then at 7 o'clock, I had a sour ice lolly. Nice. And then after that, I ran the bath. So yeah, that's it for today's day in the life. Here are my steps for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 71. A day in the life when I'm on some holidays, day 71. And yes, it is September, and Billy Joe Armstrong can go to sleep. Make sure to wake him when September ends. Anyways, for breakfast, I had chocolate pillows. So that's nice. And with that, I had a mug of coffee. It's nice. And then after that, obviously, I did make the bed. So yeah, I've got a nice line there. Not to be associated with Millwall. And then after that, I did some thumbnail work. So here are Summer Holidays 2025, part 1 to 7. Part 1 will be premiering on YouTube on Friday. And then at 12 o'clock, I had a ham sandwich, 2 biscuits, an apple, and cheese and onion crisps. With that, I had a nice bottle of water. And yes, I am British. I do say it as bottle of water. And then after that, I played some Roblox. And yes, that's my brother's Roblox avatar. VAR, we're me weekend. We need therapy funds. And then at 3 o'clock I had a sausage roll, 4 cocktail sausages, a mini pork pie, and 2 mini savoury eggs. And yes, this is the second to last day in the life of the summer holidays. I've got an induction day for level 3 at college on Wednesday. It's level 3 media, I'll enjoy it. Then after that, a 10-day break. I will return to Day in the Lives on the wedding special, as requested by the bride and groom themselves, Dad and Kat. And then at 6:10 I had spaghetti bolognese with garlic bread. I know, Big Simon portions. And then with that I had a Coca-Cola, 0 sugar, because that's the only drink we have. And then at 7 o'clock I had a bubblegum iced lolly. And that's it for today's Day in the Life. Here are my steps for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 72, and also, sadly, the end of the summer holidays. See you tomorrow. A day in the life when I'm on summer holidays, day 72. Also, the final one of the summer holidays 2025. So, for breakfast today, we have chocolate pillows. And then with that, I had a mug of coffee to wake me up on this miserable Tuesday, because the weather's not it today. But yeah, I made the bed after that. Lovely. And then at 8, the Asda came. This is our weekly shop, and I put it away. Also, let me know if you want a shopping haul in the future. I'll be more than happy to film one if you like. Then 12 o'clock, chicken noodles, prawn cocktail crisps, an apple and 2 biscuits, with a bottle of water. And then I played some Roblox, and then at 3 o'clock I had a sausage roll, 4 cocktail sausages, 2 mini savoury eggs, and a mini pork pie. And then 6 o'clock I had pasta and meatballs with the garlic bread. So yeah, Big Simon, big portions, but except I'm not Big Simon. And then, yes, I did have a Fanta orange. And then 7 o'clock I had a strawberry yoghurt. And that's it for today's Day in the Life and for the summer holidays. Here are my steps for today, and before we go, I got a little message for you guys. Listen closely. Wow, 72 Day in the Lives in a single summer holidays. That's a lot. But to be fair, I did get let out early, so I think that put an extra 10 days on it. So, but yeah, that's still a lot of Day in the Lives in the summer holidays. But I hope you all enjoyed the summer holidays, and I want you to remember this. Stay strong, stay happy, and remember, you are amazing. So, I will be taking a break from a Day in the Lives for 10 days. And I will be back on Saturday the 13th of September to film a Day in the Life that I never done before, and it's gonna be special, which is the wedding special. So that's it from me. Take care, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.